Hi everyone. Welcome back to Planet J Tarot. Today we have a pick a card reading and we're going to be looking at what is your reputation and how does it make people feel when they're around you. So you could be watching this about a group of people, one specific person, people in general, doesn't matter, or you could choose each card to represent different people like coworkers, loved ones, or family or strangers on the street. Who cares? But, choose your group and then we're going to get started. So card number 1 is let go. Card number 2 is the situation will improve. And card number 3 is opportunity. I'll give you guys about 40 more seconds, I guess, to choose your card, and then we're going to get started. We're doing all shuffles today, no blind pulls, so this will be interesting. And these are going to be blunt and to the point, so just know that just because you have a reputation of being something doesn't even mean that this is exactly who you are. It just means, hi. Oh, Evelyn, welcome back. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it has to be who you are. It just means this is what people know you as. This is what most people talk about you as, or what the word around town is about you, how people think about you in general, and how it makes the specific person on your mind or the specific group of people on your mind feel after hearing this. Okay? So 5 more seconds, and then we're going to get started. I would say you can choose more than one, but if you're going to choose more than one, watch them for different people. Okay, here we go. Card number 1, you chose the let go card, and we're going to be looking at what your reputation is. So, Spirit, tap me into card number 1. What's the reputation? 5 cards, please. What's the reputation? Of card number 1. 5 of Pentacles. Interesting how you have the 5 of Pentacles under, and you chose the let go card. I just find that funny. Let's see. What's the reputation? The Queen of Pentacles. Oh, this is nice. Okay, what else? 3 more. 3 more. 2 of Pentacles. You got a lot of pentacles. You got 3 pentacles off the bat. Interesting. And 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. I heard, wait, what's that saying? Let go and let live, or whatever the hell that saying is. Damn. You know what? I'm taking if I had a hat on, I would take it off for this group. Because y'all probably been through the fucking ringer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. King of Swords. You might have earth and air in your chart, or you don't have to. For some of you guys, this is how an earth and an air sign feels about you, or maybe they have that in their chart. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. Could be fire energy coming through as well. Okay, so this is your reputation, by the way. So let me see what is how people feel about you based off of this reputation, okay? Let me not even say how they feel about you, how they feel when they're around you, because that's pretty important to know. So how do they feel when they're around them? 4 cards. How do they feel when they're around them? Look, the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. I heard jittery. Do people fidget around you or something like that? I don't know. How do they feel when they're around pile or card number 1 based off of this reputation, which, by the way, is not bad. This reputation is like, fuck with me if you want to try, but you actually can't. And I feel like some of you guys, don't worry. If anyone has ever treated you poorly or shat on you or anything like that, those people were terrible people. And I feel like they're going to get karma. I feel like they will. But let me see. What else? Look, Page of Wands. This is how they feel around you. Yeah, that's why I was like, do they get jittery? Do they start talking too much around you? Do people want to be your friend? But I don't know if they really want to be your friend. Let me see. What else? Look, the Empress, as I say that. How do they feel when they're around you? Oh, this is a really great pile. This is a great energy because I actually feel like in this group, look, did it come out again? The 5 of Wands. Okay. Let me get one more. How do they, look, the Hierophant wanted to come out. Okay. How do they feel? How do they feel around pile number 1 or card number 1 based off of this reputation? Oh, ooh, did y'all see that? Flying high. Okay. Ooh, the King of Pentacles. No way. They feel like the king and you're the queen. Interesting. Okay. And bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. You guys are valuable as hell. I feel like you make people feel like they bring something to the table. You make people feel like they're the prize. So for some of you guys, like I said, if you've dealt with like narcs or people that were just really rude to you or mean to you or condescending to you, it's like for whatever reason they want to look down on you because maybe you're honest about your struggles with the Five of Pentacles, or maybe you have, had to do certain things on your own, or maybe you didn't have the most support. Some of you guys, you could be the type of person, because I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles, and she's holding one here. So 5 + 6, or 5 + 1 is 6. So that's giving, like, you could be a giver. You could have a reputation for being a very giving person, and you could be around people. I'm getting like the negative side about how some people feel around you. Some people that I would say bad people, few people. This might not even be the person you're watching for. So take a deep breath. Okay. But there are some people that have been around you or come around you sometimes, and maybe they see how giving or kind you are. And for whatever reason, they think this makes you weak. But I also feel like there are some other people that can be envious of this in a positive way, whether it is that they really like your energy and they want to be your king. And that could even just be they want to be your friend, because I'm seeing the Page of Wands here, which to me is like a friend, someone who just wants to talk to you and get to know you, and it's not too heavy or anything like that. But the Five of Wands, though, it does tell me that this could, for some of you guys, if you've been treated very poorly by people, they were jealous of you, by the way. They were jealous of you, they were envious of you, and they felt like they were in competition with you for whatever reason. I don't know. For some of you guys, I'm sorry, because this could have been a partner. Some of you guys, you could have partners that actually are this way with you secretly. And I feel like if it's been a partner, they didn't realize it. So don't feel so bad, because sometimes people feel these things subconsciously and they don't even realize it, but maybe you pick up on these things. I feel like you have a reputation for being very straightforward and to the point. Very straightforward and to the point. If you want to try it, fuck around and find out. But at the same time, very giving and nurturing, but not the Queen of Cups type where you can be passive or whatever. It's more of the kind of like, I know what I'm doing. I have done X, Y, and Z. I've came from this, but now I've made a name for myself. Yes, I could be in a relationship, but I could also be single. I could be divorced, but maybe you don't know. Yeah, I've been betrayed before, but at the same time, I manage my responsibilities like a boss. You guys have a reputation for being a boss, and a hot one at that. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say you probably make some people ask themselves, what do I bring to the table? For some of you guys, though, like let's say, I don't know, there could be a boss coming through here, or there could be like a coworker or even a partner for some of you guys that feel like, wow, they feel valuable around you because you are so confident in your energy that you don't make people feel shitty. But I feel like people that have a hard time being self-aware, they'll come around you and think that you're trying to shit on them and then, do this to you. So some of you guys, your reputation, it doesn't even really suit you with this Ten of Swords, because I feel like the Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords is like the Five of Swords or the Five of Pentacles, I'm sorry, could have even been something that was out of your control. Like you grew up without this, you grew up without that. Your partner, damn, I just heard your partner passed away. Some of you guys, I'm so sorry if that was the case, but I just heard, or some of you guys, maybe your partner left you, or maybe you suffered from a big loss, whether that was a child, or you lost a lot when you were a child, or your parents did. Maybe you come from a family that didn't have much, or you're the first generation of something or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like you guys have been the first to do something in your family. And I don't know if that makes some people feel insecure. So let's see. But for the majority, I actually feel like the way people feel around you, like the majority of people that meet you, they feel like they may even be able to let all their problems loose on you, because you seem like somebody that's very supportive and knows what it's like to be in a certain position, and you would just help them. Like, for example, I had a coworker, and one time I just walked into the room and she goes, can you finish a paragraph with a quote? And I gave her advice. I was like, well, technically, blah, 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 or whatever. And I was just like so stunned. I was like, why she asked me that? But then I thought about it and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have a reputation of being someone educated or having gone to school or whatever. Or maybe they just think I'm well spoken, or maybe whatever. Maybe they've seen something I've written and maybe, whatever. But I'm just like, okay, like, maybe that's how some people feel about you. Like maybe they've heard that you've done or you've gone through X, Y, and Z, and they just think you'd be the perfect person to give advice to, because you have a reputation for being someone very straightforward and honest, intelligent, able to read people. So some of you guys, you could be good with money. Let me see. So let's see. What else can we get for, look, Taurus, as I say that. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus rules over money. And the second house, a lot of the time, for me, Taurus rules the second house. They're the second sign, so therefore they rule over the second house. Has a lot to do with like money and finances, but also just like dependability and patience. So, you know, Taurus is not necessarily the sign that's going to strike it big out of nowhere, but they are the sign that for me is like associated with the Knight of Pentacles, and their slow and steady wins the race. Okay. So, you know, those motherfucking people that be like, oh, I might have to put this 18 up, but you know, those people that be like, I worked my A off for 10 years and then finally blah, blah, blah. Like, you might have a reputation for something like that, where it's like maybe you come from nothing or whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like the way that you guys move is just very suave, very sensual. Maybe you have nice clothing, or maybe you just trust yourself, and that's what makes other people feel like they can let go around you and just trust you. Because I feel like if you trust yourself, people will feel calm around you. It's the people that are in this energy, anxiety or whatever, they were anxious before they met you, by the way. So if there's anybody that comes around you trying to say that you're intimidating or whatever, or that you're acting X, Y, and Z, I really don't think that's the case. I think it's that you make them feel like this, but they don't want to admit it, because then they have to ask themselves why they're feeling this in the first place when you don't even feel like you're in competition with them at all. So yeah, just keep that in mind, because I feel like for majority of you guys, if you see the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Ace of Coins, these are positive cards. It's only one person. Damn, for some of you guys, I heard it could have been more than one person, but it's only maybe one person that you know and still talk to right now that feels this way around you. I feel like for some of you guys, you've slayed off demons, or you've just gotten yourself away from the people that made you feel like this, that gave you this sort of reputation that wasn't even really yours to bear, because I feel like this is how they felt, defeated and conflict and competitive energy with you. And that's not even your energy, by the way. You see, this King of Swords only has one sword. He's not the type to stab 10 times in the back. No, one is enough. So you guys have a reputation for knowing when enough is enough, by the way. And that's very beautiful. You know, there are some people that do absolutely too fucking much, and you don't do that. You have a reputation for standing tall or pretty or whatever, maybe even a little cocky when you feel the need to. But I feel like for most of you guys, you're very humble because you come from a certain family or certain beginnings or whatever. Some of you guys are just very nurturing. You take care of people. You make people feel taken care of. What else? I feel like you guys are loyal as hell too. I feel like you're loyal, but maybe, oh, look, square. As I say that, look, a challenging situation in a mountain to climb. This is your reputation, that you've dealt with things. And I feel like anybody that feels like they're in competition with you, they got another thing coming, because to be honest, it's just like they're not giving you your props, or they're not realizing that like you can overcome things. Like it's not just, I feel like you have a reputation with the Empress coming out. This represents Venus energy, which is Taurus and Libra. So some of you guys, you have a reputation for looking good, or like, you know, like Libra and Taurus can kind of make things look pretty. I heard roses really smell like boo, boo, boo. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know, everyone loves roses, but they have thorns, and you know, they don't necessarily smell like all of the other flowers. There's something about them that has just for years, you know, been a symbol of love or this or that or whatever. And they're delicate, but they have thorns. So maybe that's your energy. Like maybe you have a reputation for being like that. House 3. Ooh, look, early learning, childhood relations, rational mind, and communication. Yes, the way you speak. House 3, sitting here on top of King of Swords. Some of you guys, you have a reputation for cutting off certain friends or people that you've known from childhood, or maybe you have a reputation for being this King of Swords since you were a child, super intelligent since you were a child, super smart since you were a child. And by the way, I don't think the King of Swords necessarily has to be bad. I feel like sometimes the King of Swords is very protective. They're very like honest. Like I'm just getting honest. Like I heard, why would I need to lie? Why would I need to lie? Why would I need to threaten you? Why would I need to do X, Y, and Z if, you know, I'm just mean? Like I feel like this is your reputation. Maybe you've had to let go. Like maybe you've had to let go of burdens or the things that you've been through, or how much you felt left out or ostracized or whatever. But I feel like you guys just trust yourself now. Like you're stable with yourself. And I feel like some people that feel like they're, I don't know. It's like it says a challenging situation in a mountain to climb. It's like some people feel like they need to get on top of you, like they want to be better than you. But it's just like why? Like why? I'm hearing why. You know, with you, your reputation being the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Um, for those that are in this Five of Wands energy, I do feel like when they come around you, the fact that they feel like the Empress. For those that are in the Five of Wands energy, only the ones that are in this energy, they feel like the Empress because they think they're better than you, but they're not better than you. This is what they tell themselves because it makes them feel better. That's why I asked, how do they feel when they're around you? Not necessarily who are they when they're around you, or who are they, period. No, this is how they feel. And you are entitled to feel however the hell you want, but like that doesn't make it true. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're that type of person to say something like that or believe something like that, and maybe even just keep it to yourself, depending on who you are. Because I see Taurus, and Taurus, you know, sometimes it's like if you push Taurus to a certain point, you get the horns. And I'm not saying you're a Taurus, but I'm just saying, like, this is your reputation. Your reputation is that you're very patient, but to a point. You know, the King of Swords is patient to a point. He plans his war plan to whatever. You know what I mean? You say this or whatever. It's like, you know, to me, the King of Swords is like you have a conversation with somebody, right? And you make that backhanded comment or whatever. Some of you guys, that compliment that's like backhanded, like, oh, you don't look so fat in those jeans today. Like, you know what I mean? And you're like, what the? Did you just say? And you're saying it to yourself. You're keeping it to yourself. The King of Swords is not like the Queen of Swords, where you say something, they give it back to you. No, 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 no. The King of Swords is going to hear you. They're going to hear you. They're going to think about it. And then they're going to figure out how to strike or how to communicate. And you don't need to know anything about what they're trying to do. And they're happy to be this way because that's who they are. So I feel like that's your reputation, where it's like someone may try to come for you, but honestly, they're just slaying themselves. They're just putting themselves in this energy, because you guys could even be the type where it's like, yeah, they said that, but I don't even give a shit. Like, I'm just going to keep going because why not? Like, just let it go. It's not my burden to bear. But I feel like you leave people in this energy where it's like they're constantly wondering if you're going to try and snap back on them. But you probably don't even care, because why would you? You know what I mean? But for some of you guys, you're so honest and you give such great advice, and you're such a loyal friend and like a partner that makes your partner feel loved and like admirable and hot. You make some people feel really hot. Like, they have a lot to bring and a lot to bring to the table. And also, you make your friends feel this way too, by the way. You make your friends feel very supported. It's just like one or two people, I feel like, that, you know, they just can't handle this energy, because your reputation is actually very positive. You have a reputation for overcoming things that most people cannot deal with in a, like, ever, to be honest. Like, you deal with shit in a way that most people cannot deal with in a lifetime. And if you're a parent, you have a reputation for being a very, 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 if you're a parent or you just deal with children of any sort of way, I'm saying children because it says here childhood. So some of you guys, this could be the way you interact with children, but for others of you, this is how you were as a child. So, you know, take it as it resonates. But you have a reputation for being somebody that is not afraid to kind of rock the boat. Like, I don't feel like you try to rock the boat, but I do think you see, like, I'm hearing, don't rock the boat, rock the boat. But you see the waves here, and there's a boat right here, and there's a boat right there. Yeah, you have a reputation for, it's like, you know, I heard if you want to play ball, we can play ball, but I don't play games. Like, that sort of energy. Like, I can play, but, you know, like the sort of person to say, yeah, I used to play, but now I coach. Like, that's your reputation. Yeah, I used to play, but now I coach. Or, yeah, I used to do this, but now I do this. That's your reputation, basically. Bottom of the deck, I'm seeing the moon. And that's what I was getting, because it says satisfy emotional needs, nurture the self. I did say you were nurturing, and I was getting that. And it also says and others. So the thing is that you actually do have a reputation for being this energy. But I feel like it's the people that feel insecure about this because they can't necessarily be this the way that you are, that feel a certain type of way. But that's not your problem. And I feel like you recognize that. So good for you. So pile number one, this was your reading. If it resonated, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel, because I definitely spoke more about you than I intended to. The timestamps, I think we're supposed to be 10 minutes shorter than this, but who cares, because this was great. So let's move on now to card number two. Give it a like. Come back for another reading on my channel. And if you're going to watch another card, maybe you want to watch for another person. Here we go. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Quite a lot. There's something about you and the decisions you make as well. I was talking about planning, and then the Two of Wands came out, and I feel like you're the type to just plan or just plan. I heard plan your strike. Even if it's like you're interested in someone. Look, wasn't I talking about the Knight of Pentacles? And look how it came out. Yeah, you guys have this like reputation for being someone that is like patiently working towards happiness, or working towards their goals, or working towards a family, or working towards love, or working towards happiness, or whatever. And that's beautiful, because, you know, some people have a reputation for being a DICK head. But you don't have a reputation for being that way. Honestly, I think it's just certain people that, honestly, they feel threatened by you, and I don't know why. You know, it's like the King of Swords, they have their swords or whatever, but it's like they only use them when they have to, you know? They only use them when they have to. I think most people don't realize is that the King of Swords prefers to be, I don't want to say they always want to be alone, because, you know, whatever, but I just feel like the King of Swords doesn't necessarily need people. But they're always around people because they're so smart and people need them. And so it's kind of like they get a reputation, or they get this idea that they're this or they're that. But that's not necessarily the case. I think it's just, like I said, you have your sword, but you don't necessarily have to use it. You're fine on your own. But, you know, try it and see. So card number two, we're starting with you now. Welcome to your reading. You chose the situation will improve, and we're going to be looking at your reputation and the way that people feel around you based off of this reputation. Okay, so let's get into it. Tell me about card number two. Tell me about card number two, Spirit. Oh, damn. Okay, so these two cards wanted to come out, but I see the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Some of you guys, you have a reputation for doing anything that you can for the people you love. Some of you guys for your children, for others of you for your partners, for others of you it's for your friends. But I feel like for some of you guys it could even be your family in general, because the Queen of Cups to me is just very like, they're very loving, and it's like they're devoted because of their heart. So some of you guys, you may even have a reputation for being, I don't want to say a pushover, but someone that just like does things for other people that other people would not do for them. So you probably have strong karma coming through here. Like you probably have good karma. Look, the Hangman as I say that. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay, what else? Oh, look, the Ten of Cups. Oh my God. The Hangman and the Ten of Cups. You ever, wow. That's, can you guys be my friend? That's so nice. Okay, what else? Oh, look, the Knight of Cups. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm saying, oh my goodness, oh my God, because I love this energy. Look, Five of Cups. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, you guys might feel like your heart has been stomped on a few times in your life or whatever, but that's okay. Because I feel like you still have a reputation for being so loving and welcoming despite what you've gone through or whatever. This card wanted to show, which is the Four of Swords, which to me is healing energy. It's also meditation. And that paired with the Hangman shows me that you're a very enlightened person. And some people, they see you this way. I feel like most people do. I feel like some people, you could have a reputation for being someone that has such a kind heart, and like the way you view the world is just so different than everyone else that like you could be someone that always looks at the glass like half full. But with the Five of Cups, I don't know who's coming through here with the Five of Cups. And I'm not taking reversals, so I mean it could be possible that the Five of Cups is supposed to be in reverse, but let me see what other cards come out and then we'll tackle that. Oh, look, Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles wanted to come out. You guys have, hold on, let me see if any of those come out. Oh, look, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God, you got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess with the Devil. Ooh, and the Sun card wanted to pop out. Do you see that? Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Some of you guys, people find you very attractive, but I don't necessarily feel like it has anything to do with your physical looks, but like the way that you, I don't know, I just feel like you're charming because that's who you are. To me, the Knight of Cups is very charming. Like they're very compassionate and like sweet. You have a reputation for being very sweet, but it's not childlike sweet. It's like you've molded yourself into being this way. Like, and with the Ten of Pentacles, you have a reputation for either having a lot of money or, you know, going to achieve success or on your road to achieve success or just happy where you are, whether that is you have a good family or you love your family or you've always wanted a family. Some of you guys, you have to take the messages as they resonate. If I say you've always wanted a family, but you have a family right now, then okay, your reputation could be that people always knew that you were going to get into that family, or you're always going to find your person. So just take them as they resonate. Obviously, you have to participate in the reading too, and just know what is for you and what's not, and how to tweak it. You know, because this is not a personal, but I feel like your reputation is like to be very intuitive, like, but it's not even just like an intuition when it comes to like reading people. I don't want to say it's that, because some of you guys, you have a reputation for being a bit aloof, like in your own little world, happy with what you have. Even if you're dealing with some sort of distress, it's like you just have this mentality where it's like, yeah, things are going to get better. And I wasn't taking these cards necessarily at face value, but I find it very interesting that at least for the last two piles, the card that you have chosen does kind of correlate to this energy that's coming out. I mean, for you to have Five of Cups here with the Ten of Cups, it's like you guys, no matter what you're going through, you have this reputation for just seeing things, looking on the brighter side of things. With the Ten of Cups here in the rainbow, like you just have a reputation for appreciating the things that you have. And I feel like that's why, like, it's like you guys could just have this reputation for just knowing that things are going to work out for you, or things are going to get better, even if it takes a little while. Because I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles, things are going to take a while. The Ten of Pentacles takes a while, you know. And I feel like some of you guys, you could just be waiting for your journey to end, or waiting for, you know, things to get better. And I feel like you have a reputation for being this way, and it's very admirable. Like, I'm getting an admiration. So how do people feel when they're around you? Ooh, look, the Chariot, as I say that. Yeah, I feel like your energy in that regard, it makes other people feel like they can accomplish their goals and be more determined as well. So if you're not resonating with being the type of person that deals with depression or something like that, but can always laugh, or, you know, give someone a nice compliment, or be there for another person, or just, you know, I'm not saying that the Knight of Cups is necessarily the King of Cups, but it does feel like if you know your friend's having a bad day, like you go and bring them ice cream or their favorite food, or you bring people, you feel very sentimental. Like in this group, you have this energy of like sentimentality to you. And I don't necessarily associate the Knight of Cups with that, but I think with it being paired with the Ten of Cups and the High Priestess, it just kind of feels like I just feel like you have a reputation for knowing how to make people's heart go pitter patter, pitter patter. Oh, look, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, getting to the Ten of Pentacles does take a while. Yeah, I don't know if there are lovers coming through here or people that are interested in you romantically. How do they feel around card number 2 based off of this reputation? I'm not getting anything negative, to be honest. I feel like people think that you're very sweet. You're very sweet, or the person you're watching for at least. They think that you're sweet and that maybe sometimes you can be hard on yourself, or you can really dwell on your mistakes, but not for too long. Like maybe someone has just heard you say something about yourself and they're like, what? Like, they're such a like great person. Like, you know, like let's say you showed somebody something you, this is just a dumb example just to make you laugh, but let's say you're a knitter and you show somebody something that you just knitted and they're like, whoa, that's so great, because they've never knitted a day in life. But you show it to them and they're like, whoa, that's great. And you're like, yeah, but I forgot to do X, Y, and Z. So blah, 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 looks like this. But you're like, this to them, they're like, this is amazing. And it doesn't have to be knitting. It could be with sports. It could be with your work. It could be with your family or anything really. It's just like, I feel like you're humble in this group. Look, Ten of Pentacles, as I say, you got the Ten of Pentacles two times here. So the way that you make people feel around you is supported. You make people around you feel like family. Feel like family. You make people around you feel like they have everything that they need with you. That they have everything they need. Like you're the type of person to just feel blessed, like blessed. You have a reputation for looking on the brighter side of things and just recognizing that you're very blessed no matter what you have, no matter what you've gone through, no matter the mistakes you've made. And honestly, it makes other people adapt this mentality. So if you think that you're making people feel insecure or anything like that, no, you're not. It actually makes other people want to get their shit together or to get on it. You know, the Seven of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, that's a very quick jump from the 7 to the 10, especially because the Seven of Pentacles in tarot represents something moving quite slow sometimes and having to be patient with things. And I feel like you make people feel that have been slacking, for example, like, damn, I need to get on it. And I think people may want to impress you. And you may not even realize it because I feel like you're so open. But here, ooh, look, King of Pentacles again. Wow. Yeah, you make people want to be with you. Some of you guys, you make people feel like they may need to get their money up or something like that to be with you. And maybe it's because you worked really hard to have what you want. Or for some of you guys, maybe it's just because you're that big of a catch. Or maybe you would just be able to, I don't know, you have a reputation for being a bit mysterious, to be honest. It's like people may fantasize what your home life is like if you're married, if you're taken, if you're whatever. But no matter what they like come up with, it's always positive. Like, oh, I bet they, and it's not like taking away from you in a way where it's like they're assuming things negative about you or assuming that you never had to work hard for the things that you have. No, people see you in a very positive light, like in a light where it's like, to get to the Ten of Pentacles, this is not something that you don't work for, to be honest. And in this particular instance, because it's paired with the Five of Cups, even if this was like something that was passed down to you, that's not the case here. Because with the Five of Cups, it's like you've made mistakes. You have suffered, you have had some sadness or whatever. But it's like the fact that it's paired here with the Ten of Cups tells me that you're always able to change your perspective on things. And this is your reputation. And I feel like it leads into how other people not only think, but the way that they act in their life and how valuable they see themselves and how like they feel like they can provide for you or be there for you, even as a friend or a boss or a coworker or whatever. Eight of Wands. This is how people feel around you. People feel passionate. They feel like they want to talk to you. To be honest, people feel like they want to talk to you because this clarifying the High Priestess kind of tells me that some of you guys may have a reputation. Shh. Oh my God. Yeah, some of you guys might have a reputation for like being very like quiet, because charming, kind, welcoming as you are, you could be shy or you could be to yourself or whatever, but it doesn't matter because I feel like people still see you very positively. So what else comes through? What else comes through for pile number 2? Damn, I want to be, ooh, look, water. And look what came out. Capricorn. I was getting that energy because look, it says ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Can I just get them single? Okay. Oh, damn. Oh my God. They're just flying out. Fire, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. What else? North Node. Destined to have. Yeah, people feel like you're meant to have everything that you had. Some of you guys, you may have a reputation for having a partner that didn't really care about you. I don't know why that's coming through here. Maybe you... Some of you guys, let's say that you never have been in a relationship or you've never found love, but you want it really bad. You could have a reputation for being the type of person to, I don't want to say go for anybody, but like just not judge a book by its cover. You know, be open to anyone. To me, the 10 of Cups is just a very welcoming energy. It's a very loving energy. And for it being paired here with the Fire card, which talks about passion and bravery and optimism, I do think that it takes bravery to want to be happy. It takes bravery to try to get to the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. And I feel like some people see that maybe your kind heart has been stomped on sometimes, or maybe you have went through some sort of struggle with people that were imbalanced in themselves. You know, you could have a reputation for this. And maybe that's why I feel like some people think that you deserve everything that you want. You're destined to have this 10 of Pentacles because you deserve it. House 6. Yeah, some of you guys, you have a reputation for, I don't know if you care for people. Like, I don't know, elderly's coming through here. Maybe that's like your parent, or maybe a grandmother or a grandfather or a great aunt, or somebody is like, maybe like a great grandfather or something. I don't know. It's like, I feel like someone older is coming through here, and they may not even still be on this plane or in this realm, but like, I feel like they're coming through here. And it could have just been somebody older than you, by the way, but I feel like they see this in you too. I feel like you're just very down to help. You're very practical, pay a lot of attention to detail. This is your reputation. You have a reputation for being a very hard worker, but like someone that feels like you can be of service to other people. Like you have a reputation for creating a strong foundation for yourself. So that's very delightful. And I hope you don't take this message lightly, because you don't meet people like this any day or every day. Hi, thanks for commenting. Sí, yo hablo español. Buenas noches. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Puedo hacer una pregunta, por favor? Si quiere, puede esperar, porque yo no voy a hacer preguntas hasta el final. Yo tengo una carta más. Estamos en carta 2. ¿Ok? So, si quiere esperar, podemos hacer eso después, ¿ok? Okay, guys, so we're going to move on now to... Sí, de nada. Okay, so let's move on to card number 3. Give it a like if that resonated. Here we go. Okay. ¿De dónde eres? Es que no puedo ver su nombre de cuenta, pero yo creo que empieza con S. Es que estoy un poco lejos de la computadora. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with card number 3 now. Oh, wow. Okay, so card number 3. I've always wanted to get more Spanish-speaking viewers on my channel, so qué bueno tenerte aquí en mi channel, en mi canal. Bienvenidos. Yo soy Jay. Encantada. Okay, here we go. Thanks for being here. Card number 2. We're going to move on to card number 3 now. So, card number 3, you chose opportunity. And we're going to be looking at what your reputation is and how does it make people around you feel. How does it make the people around you feel, or the person on your mind, or whoever you're watching for feel? Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay, so I picked up the deck, and the card that wanted to fly out was the 2 of Wands. So let's see. Three of Pentacles. Hold on, that's not straight. Okay, 3 Pentacles. The Magician. Wow. First pile to get the Magician. The Star. Oh my goodness. You got the Star. You got the Magician and the Star. That's crazy. Wow, all these cards wanted to pop out. The Strength card with the 3 of Swords. Aww. The Ace of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. What? I'm going to keep them all. I'm actually going to keep them all because this is like the first group where I feel like they fell out in a way where it's like, these are meant to be out here. Because I feel like your reputation depends on who you talk to. Because I feel like your reputation when it comes to love is different than your reputation that you have when it comes to work. So I'm going to separate those for a reason. Okay. And don't think that that is like anything bad. I just feel like it's easier to say it that way. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess again. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. So some of you guys, you have a reputation for being very like sexually alluring. Like, even if you're not trying, like I do feel like people feel I almost said kinetic. I don't know why I felt kinetic, but I feel like people feel drawn to you and you have a reputation. Like when I say a reputation, I mean like there are people that are interested in you and it's like for whatever reason they talk about you with each other. Like, let's say you're new to town and you have 2 neighbors in your building or whatever, and they both think you're attractive and they're like, oh, did you see the guy in 2B? Like, yo. And they're both like, yeah. Like, it's like that. And some of you guys, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that they want to be in a full-fledged relationship with you, but I feel like for some of you guys, that's what it is. Some of you guys, you have a reputation. Oh, damn. 2 of Swords. Oh, interesting. Oh, damn. Yeah, I don't know if there's a partner coming through here, or even for some of you guys, it could have been a past friend or someone that you worked with that tried to accuse you of things. And I think it's because they refused to see what they already knew to be true about you. Because I feel like you're very intuitive, and I feel like the way that people feel around you is that, to me, the Knight of Wands is like the quickest knight in the deck. And it being here clarified by the High Priestess is telling me that you have a reputation for like thinking quick on your feet. Like you're a quick thinker. You're quick to act. You're quick to move because you just know things. And for some of you guys, I think that it may make people like feel like when they're watching you, it's like a movie. Like they just want to know what you're doing next and like what you have going on, sort of energy. But I feel like for other people, it could make them feel. For some of you guys, maybe you just quickly know when someone is for you and when they're not, especially when it comes to romance. So some of you guys, you could have had flings or, just relationships that didn't work out. And I feel like they may want to say that you're like this heartbreaker or you're this player or you're whatever, but I don't really think that's the case. I think it's just like maybe you just knew at some point that it wasn't going to work. There wasn't a spark. You have this reputation for being somebody that is looking for a spark, looking for something that makes them feel like they're trying something new. You have a reputation for being adventurous, but it's like not like the regular Knight of Wands without the High Priestess, where it's kind of like, what the hell are they doing? I would never try that, but damn, they make it look fun. No, it's more of like when people see you like just getting up and going to do stuff, they know that you have a reason. Like there's a method to your madness. This is your reputation. You have a reputation for holding yourselves back from players as well. So some of you guys, maybe it's not that you're the Knight of Wands, but it's that you've dealt with people that were in Knight of Wands energy and you can intuitively tell when they were like this. So I feel like this could be people that you've dated that maybe didn't want to let go of their options or couldn't see what was right in front of them. And it's like they're coming through here seeing that this is like maybe they feel like they missed out on an opportunity with you. Some of you guys, this could have even been like old, like let's say old jobs that never gave you a chance, or old friends, even colleagues that, just didn't see what you were trying to do. And it's like now they do, and I feel like they kind of feel foolish, to be honest. I'm seeing the Fool. The Death card is on the bottom of the deck as I say that. So how do they feel around card number 3 based off of this energy? Ooh, look, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they smell like I heard they smell like fall. I don't know why I said smell like, because I was trying to say they feel like small fish. You're the type of person, you have a reputation for never feeling like a small fish in a big pond. Like you just don't feel that way. You don't come off that way. With the Strength card, you have a reputation. What's so crazy is, to me, the Strength card is like one of the cards in the deck that represents like loyalty to me. The Strength card is loyalty, and at first it starts with loyalty to yourself, but the fact that it's being clarified with the Two of Pentacles, you have a reputation for being a loyal partner and a loyal friend. And that's why I said I feel like the people here that are coming through with like the Two of Swords energy is like they're ignoring what they already know to be true, because then they would have to face the facts and like see what they did, who they are, and especially if they were putting you in like a third party energy, but like trying to make it seem like that's what you were doing. The Death card again. Oh my god, as I say that. Yeah, okay. I do feel like you make people want to grow up and change, by the way. You make people want to grow up and change, which is really crazy. Ooh, look, the Tower, as I say that. Yeah, it's like you shock people into this like energy of like Six of Pentacles, how they feel. How do they feel? I feel like people could feel a bit obsessed with you, to be honest. With the Death card, the Tower, and the Six of Pentacles, I think you could attract people with this High Priestess, Knight of Wands, Two of Cups, Strength energy, the Star, the Magician. You could probably, in this group, you probably attract a lot of stalkers or people that like just stalk you and they don't even want to talk to you anymore. This could even be people that treated you poorly. And I think it's just because for some of them, they realized what they were doing. But for others of them, it's just that like they're so almost infatuated. Like I feel like some people may get infatuated with you. And I'm not saying that these people don't love you, but I feel like in the beginning, like they may just really like your energy. I feel like to me, with the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, this is a lot of energy. And the fact that it's being paired here with the Magician and the Star, you have a reputation for being somebody that can make their dreams come true. And it's almost kind of eerie. Like I feel like some people, they wonder like, what's the secret sauce? Like, how do they do that? And I think that's why they feel like this Page of Pentacles. For some of you guys, you make people that were ignoring what they did, that blocked you, or you had to block them, or they were just really ignorant around you, or just refusing to see or take the advice that you were trying to give them with the Three of Pentacles. You make them want to come back and apologize or like extend an olive branch, but at the same time, you may also make them feel like there's no shot with the Death card, like it's over. So it's like your reputation is kind of like on to the next. If you need to, you will be on to the next. And it's like not because you're in this like kind of effed up energy, but because with the Three of Swords and the Three of the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords here with the Six of Pentacles, it kind of just makes me feel like I feel like for some of you guys it was trial and error, but for most people they think that you just get things done on the first try. To me, the Three of Pentacles is a very hard worker, and it's because they're able to collaborate. Some of you guys, you have a reputation for being a powerful networker. Like, let's say you're new to the neighborhood, or you're new to a town or a city or whatever. It's like you could walk into a store and get someone to help you get such and such, and that person usually would just tell someone to F off. But it's like something about you. They would want to listen to you. And it's like, even if they're supposed to help you, you're giving them something. You guys have a reputation for giving people things, and it's like you make people feel like kind of taken care of, if that makes sense, around you. You make people feel like everything is an equal exchange, even if that's not necessarily the case. Because I do feel like some of you guys, you have the power of seduction or persuasion on your side, and you have a reputation for this. It's like, when someone feels like it's like someone knows that they're being worked on, but you do it so well that they don't even feel like it. Like, for example, I always give this example, but I work with like children and adults on the spectrum. And a lot of the time I have parents or family members coming to me for advice, but they're not necessarily ready to hear the advice that I need to give them in the beginning. So I kind of have to finesse the conversation, the situation, to get the answers that I need to be able to portray to them in a way that they will best understand it. And I feel like you guys have this ability, but it's like, you just do this naturally. Like, it's natural to you with a High Priestess. To me, the High Priestess is like a nun, and I'm not saying you're a nun, because some of you guys, you're very free, and that's wonderful. And some of you guys, you're very free and adventurous now because you used to hold yourself back because you were heartbroken, because you were insecure, or because you didn't understand your own truth or your own powers. But now it's like you come into this energy. For some of you guys, it's like maybe you are less confident right now, but it's like people are seeing you coming out of this, or they can imagine you coming out of this, or they've always seen you in the most positive light, and they're wondering why you don't. But with the High Priestess, to me, it's like the nuns were the ones that were like, helping the poor, giving out food, doing this or whatever. And it's like they just did it because they wanted to, not just because it was a sacrament. Because it's like, nuns, like, they choose to be a nun, don't they? Like, okay, please don't come for me. I'm sorry. Please don't come for me if I'm getting this wrong. But it's like, I watched this novela when I was younger, and there was this young girl who was from Colombia, and she was like in the barrio, and she ended up like it's called Lady La Vendedora de Rosas. And basically, like, in the novela, like she comes from this very poor family. Her mother sells roses on the street, and so she started selling roses on the street with her. But as she started selling those roses, she learned the power of persuasion. She learned how to talk to people. She learned how to get to know people and to basically make friends in that neighborhood that would always be there for her, always protect her, and if they saw her in trouble, like help her. And I feel like that's kind of like you guys, where it's just like you have this like kind of star quality to you. But I feel like there are some people that may want to be closer to you, but they can't be for whatever reason. She was a young child, and as she grew up, she actually ended up like being incarcerated for something that she didn't even fucking do. And to get herself out of it, she actually escaped, and I think she ended up in this like place where she became a nun. And it's like where she became a nun, she like learned all of these things. So some of you guys, maybe you just have a past. Like maybe you have a story to you or something like that. Like she went, I'm so sorry. Is it a covenant? I don't want to get this wrong, but like, what's the name of the place where people go to become a nun? And I'm not saying you're a nun, but I'm saying some of you guys, you could even have a reputation for being saved or being somebody that used to live a wild, reckless life or whatever. But it's like now you're on to bigger and better things. I don't know, but for me, I don't know. It's like connecting it back to that novella. She was always a charmer. She was always well liked. She was always very smart as well. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't just her being able to use her words or learning how to like work the streets. It was also her ability to just innately know what she has to offer and what other people have to offer too, and how to work together. Like she made friends that helped her sneak out of the nun place or whatever, because what she really wanted to do was go and help her family, make sure her family was okay. So some of you guys, I don't know, you just have this energy where it's like, or this reputation where it's kind of like, yeah, I may be here for right now, but it's ultimately going to lead me where I need to be. And it's like, this is your reputation. And it's like, I feel like some people may feel a bit brokenhearted by it, or torn up about it, because maybe they want you to stay forever. Like I'm getting this obsession energy. But for some of you guys, it's like you just intuitively know when it's your time to go from someone or something. And I think this is your reputation. And I feel like there are some people that realize that what you gave them was enough. It was exactly what they needed and it was enough. And you don't have to stay too long. And I hope you don't like take that the wrong way, because I'm not saying that you're here for a good time, not a long time. No, not at all. The high priestess helped a lot of people, but the way that she did it and the way that she does it is very discreet. It's not like the Queen of Swords where they're like, no, come here, let's have a conversation. I'm going to tell you. The high priestess here with the Three of Pentacles is that you give people look, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is an advisor and a good friend, by the way. So here with the Three of Pentacles and the high priestess, it's not like you're, and you know how I just said it's not like the Queen of Swords where you're telling someone to come in and whatever. No, no, no. The King of Swords is the things that they say that people go home and they think about and they're like, oh, wow. You know, it's like, you know, just the right thing to do or to say to make somebody change life or think about things different or to take off the veil. Because a lot of the time with the Two of Swords, it's like someone that has a mask over their eyes and they're holding two swords. So I feel like there's something about you where it's like, the way that you may even leave, or you may even have to put up boundaries or break someone's heart or whatever, you always hope for a good outcome. You always hope for that person to then realize. And I feel like by the time for some of these, they realize it when it's too late, but they're thankful for what you did give them. And this is your reputation. So if that resonated, give it a like. Come back for another reading on my channel. I feel like you're very divine, by the way. Like having the Magician, the Star, and the High Priestess, like anything that you want to do, you can accomplish it. That's your reputation, by the way. So if you thought that people were looking at you like this small fry, or that you were this or you were that, it's absolutely just not the truth. People view you in a very, very, very positive light. And some of you guys, they view you as a healer. The Three of Swords here could even be that they view you as a healer. I'm not taking reversals, but the fact that it's paired here with the Strength card, maybe some people feel like you picked yourself up by the bootstraps, and it's like you don't even look it. You don't even look it. Like some of you look younger than your age. You have a reputation for looking younger than your age, or maybe you are a little bit older, but you've always kept this like certain style or air to you that most people cannot. You have a reputation for being a great friend, a great lover, just such like somebody that can always find a compatibility or something to relate to with another person. And if you think that that is as common as it sounds in a lot of these readings, it's not. It's not. There are a lot of people that walk into a place and they're just in this energy alone. The King of Swords, the Strength card, the Knight of Wands, all of that. Without the Star and the Magician, or maybe even with the Magician, it would make it feel a bit manipulative or a bit I heard placid or just dull. But you don't have that reputation. You have a reputation of making people feel like you are meant for them. And that's why I said some of you guys, like, you were meant for them, because maybe you meet people that you, I don't even want to say you have a karmic path with these people. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I feel like some of you guys, you just meet people and you change them, and it's almost instantaneously, because of how quickly you do it. And it's nothing that you're doing intentionally. It's who you are. It's like a magic trick. The way that you guys work, the way that you do the work that you do, the way that you inspire people, it feels like magic. it feels like magic. And I feel like when people don't have you around, or even the thought about not having you around anymore, can really break their heart. With the Tower card, I feel like it can really break their heart or make them feel crazy. I feel like some people, they may go crazy over you, or maybe they're really surprised when they hear about your life or the things that you've gone through or the things that you say. Because I feel like in this group, it's like you always know the right thing to say, even if it's not what they want to hear, it's the right thing to say. And I say that because to me, the Three of Pentacles is like, it's not the same as like, it's not like, to me, the Three of Pentacles is not people pleasing energy, because I feel like when you have the Three of Pentacles, it's when you're working towards a goal. So there's no energy, there's no need for like people pleasing, or there's no place for people pleasing when you're in the Three of Pentacles energy, because you have a job to do. You have something that you're trying to accomplish. And yes, you may need to be diplomatic to like, you know, hear the other person out and work together, because these people are working together, or at least he is trying to teach this person something. But it's the way that you do it. It's almost majestic. It's like you guys could say something, and your tone of voice, or the way that you positioned your body, or the way that you were able to put in that small little joke or that thing to connect to the person you're talking about, is what actually gives them the opportunity to change, or to be shocked, or to see what you actually bring to the table. And it's nothing that you're even doing intentionally. That's the way. That's what I mean. It's like you don't even have the reputation of trying hard to be this way. This feels natural. It feels 100% natural, and it feels like everything that they need. So this pile, I don't know. I mean, this pile is kind of like the one to pick, to be honest, because I feel like you have a reputation for being super strong. Some of you guys, you've had your heart broken, and I'm hearing badly. And it could even be that people around, like the people that did that to you, are now realizing it. And it doesn't even have to be romantic. This could be friends that were just not good to you. This could be your own parents. This could be, I don't know, people that played you, or, you know, people that thought that you were only going to be around for a little bit, like, or people that thought that they could get their way with you and then just leave. And I feel like getting your way is like a lot of things. Like, it doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be monetarily. It could literally just be that somebody was bored with their life and they just wanted to be around you because they thought you were fun. But little did they know that you were going to teach them something. And this is your reputation. It's like what I said. It's like a group of people feel this way. There's a group of people. Some of you guys, this could be a whole entire friend group that you don't even fuck with anymore, or old coworkers that still talk about you to this day, but in a positive light, that you showed them something, or old people that you went to school with, or old mutuals or whatever. Some of you guys, I heard Facebook. What the hell? But I heard there's some people on Facebook. What? That's so weird. I've never heard that with the Three of Pentacles, but it just came through and I felt the need to say it. I do have a wide range of like age groups in this on this channel. So like, I don't know, maybe it's possible, but like that just came through. So some of you guys, maybe this is family. It could even be extended family that see what you're doing. You'd be surprised how many people actually watch you, or how many people are obsessed with you. And it's like a positive obsessed, to be honest, because I do feel like you change people. Yeah, it's like, I think you bring a sort of tension. I think that you trigger people, to be honest. You're a catalyst. Yeah, you're a catalyst for a lot of people. And I think, unfortunately for you, it could have kept you down at some point, but I feel like you turn everything into an opportunity. I feel like there are even people here that intentionally tries to cause you some sort of harm, and are now looking at you thinking, damn, how did they turn that into a blessing? Like, how did they transmute it? Like, I feel like you're a transmuter. You got people that aren't even spiritual talking spiritual. Like, it's crazy. You got people that didn't believe in manifestation or meditation or anything like that, trying to get crystals and shit. Now, let me tell y'all, oh my God. So I had somebody that I worked with, and she saw like the crystals on my neck, and she was like, oh, I really like your crystals. Like, what are they? And okay, don't think that this is little mama jumbo. Just listen to the story, okay? It's very quick. But she was like, what crystals are they? And I was like, they're amethyst and green aventurine. And she was like, oh, they're so cute. You know, I was thinking about getting some myself. And I was like, cool. Literally later on in the day, she comes into my whatever, and she's like, oh, do you think I can get these crystals from here? Like, do you think they're authentic or whatever? And I was just talking to her about it. And then she made this comment where she was like, you know, I don't believe in evil eye or anything like that. Like, I feel like when you have evil eye emblems or anything like that, it's actually attracting the energy to you. And I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything at all. Look, the high priestess, I didn't say anything at all. But it was the fact that I didn't say anything at all after they said that, that made them go back and think, whoa, why the F did I say that? Like, you know what I mean? And you know what's crazy is after that, she actually extended me an olive branch. She actually did. She actually gave me something that I needed the next day. Like, very happily, wholeheartedly, after saying something really kind of like why would you even say that? You know what I mean? And I feel like it's the way that you just interact with people without like making them feel shitty when they make that ignorant comment. Because to me, sometimes the two of swords is ignorance. It's when you're refusing to see what you already know to be true. But you could literally take off that mask and cut through the bullshit and just get the answers that you need, or in fact ask this person for advice. And I feel like that's kind of what she was like trying to do. Is like, I just kind of let her say it and get what she meant out, because this lady, by the way, she was Christian. And I think her whole life, and she was Christian and older than me, her whole life, you know, she was taught to believe that that stuff was kind of like demonic, or, you know, like just not good. And it was the fact that she had met me and seen my energy and seen what I brought to the table as a person, as a coworker, as everything, that made her think maybe that's not the truth. Like maybe that's not the case. And yeah, she made an ignorant comment, but it's like the way that your energy is like carefree. Like yeah, maybe people say things and it makes you feel some sort of type of way or whatever, but I feel like you always get to the truth of the matter. And I think that some people, you have a reputation for this. I don't know if you've ever been like misjudged, or it's like people just say things to you and they come back later and they're like, why the F did I say that? Or why did I do that? And it doesn't even have to be something where it's like you're accidentally like insulting someone or whatever, but it's just ignorant. Like I feel like some people come around you being very ignorant, but it's like you just know that it's like I feel like there are some people that come around you and they actually want to be enlightened. They actually do want to hear what you have to say, but it's like maybe their approach is just off. And I feel like you don't make them feel bad for it. I feel like you don't. I just feel like in this group, like you're not judgy, but I think it's just that you don't have enough fucks to give to judge. Like, I hope that doesn't sound like messed up when I say that, but I just feel like the way that you are as a person, like you should never change. You should never change, to be honest, because I think that the word carefree can feel like an insult a lot of the time by people that try too hard to be something that they don't even want to be. But the real carefree comes from strength, in my opinion. Like my entire life, I had people tell me, don't do tarot, don't get tattoos, don't get that piercing, don't do this, don't be with these friends, don't take that path, it's not going to work for you. And I did it. And it makes me very happy. And like, I'm successful in the way that I want to be successful. And anyone else that hates their life or whatever, like that's their problem, it's not mine. And I feel like you guys intuitively know this. And so you attract people that see this energy in you. And I feel like they kind of want to, like I heard, know the secret sauce. And I feel like you can give it to them. And that's very great. It's very great. I heard you don't take anybody too seriously. You don't even take yourself too seriously because, but at the same time you do. Okay, look, Libra, as I say that, Libra. Consideration, fairness, and harmony. Yeah, I just feel like you consider people. You have a reputation for being a fair person, like very fair, diplomatic. Didn't I say diplomatic? Yeah, you know what's crazy is I feel like most people that don't know how to like embody Libra energy the right way can be people pleasers. They can even be a bit like kind of like two-faced. But I feel like in this group, it's not about being two-faced. It's about knowing your audience. Yeah, I feel like in this group, you know your audience. You know who you can say this to. You know who you can be this way around. You know who's for you. You know which friend is this type of friend and who's this or whatever. You know who's going to stab you in your back, or you know who you're meant to help change or help see the light. But you also know who is someone you just need to hold back from because they're just not ready for your energy. And that's very beautiful. There's some people that get their heart broken because they put themselves around people that are not able to handle their energy, and it makes them feel like shit after. But you're not that type of person. I feel like you have a reputation for just knowing where you're meant to be and where you're not meant to be. And if you're not meant to be there, peace. That's your reputation. So if that doesn't sound like you, maybe this is what people are saying behind your back and you just are very humble, or maybe this is just not your pile. But yeah, look, water. What's crazy is that you actually got water coming through as well. I mean, the death card is Scorpio. That is water. It could be 8th house placements as well, but it doesn't have to be. There's Plutonian energy here too. Uranus with a star, which is Aquarius. The Magicians, Gemini and Virgo. Libra came through. Sag, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces energy is coming through. You don't have to have any of those. It could also be the houses that those signs rule. So 5th house, 9th house, 11th house. Oh, some of you guys. Yeah, okay, anyway. Okay, here we go. Water. Spirituality, emotion, and intuition and compassion. Didn't I say something about spirituality? It's like you got people that aren't even thinking about those things, thinking about it now. And I feel like it's the way that I don't know, I feel like in this group, like you can speak to people. Like you could be a great public speaker, or maybe you want to write, or you could be in cinema, you could be a photographer. I feel like you have a way of like making something shitty sound beautiful. Look, 9 of Pentacles, as I say that. Some of you guys, you have you make people feel like the way that you give to them is to get them to get on their feet. Like imagine a child. It's like you're supposed to build a child up. You're supposed to teach them X, Y, and Z so that at some point they can do it on their own. And I feel like the way that you do it is different. Like your approach is very different than most people, and you have a reputation for doing things differently than most people. And when someone tries to make you feel a certain type of way about it, you don't even take it. You don't even take it. I'm hearing it's not my burden to bear. Sending it back, returning it to sender. And I feel like that's what the lady that I spoke to realized, is that, yeah, I just hit her with kindness and love and carefree attitude with what she said. And she came back the next day with a whole different attitude. And since then, I actually feel like she's been listening a lot to what I say. She doesn't even speak around me no more. She just listens. And it's crazy because I didn't have to say anything. It was the fact that I didn't say anything at all. So, some people are ignorant and they make comments or whatever, and it's the way that people respond to them that make them think, oh, look, Virgo came through here. I was going to say Virgo with the 3 of Pentacles, but I think I said it with the Magician, and he came through. Some of you guys, you could have Virgo in your chart, or you just make people feel like you have a lot of integrity. You're always there to serve others, but it's like the way you do it is like you're happy to do it. It's passion. Like maybe you have a passion for helping others or giving advice, or maybe you want to be a doctor. Some of you guys, you can want to be a therapist, because I'm seeing the Magician with the 3 of Pentacles, which to me gives therapy energy. For others of you, it could even be like coaching or just inspiring other people with being yourself. But like some of you guys, it could be spiritual knowledge that you want to give, because I'm seeing the High Priestess, the Star, the Magician, the 3 of Pentacles. But I want to keep it broad, because I know that some people could even be an athlete, or I heard love doctor. Anyway, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, it's like the way that lady approached me after. It's like a very big difference from the way that she spoke to me in the beginning. Now she actually listens, and it's like I noticed it. I noticed the difference. But let me see. Yeah, it's like you make people realize that like they could learn from you, but it's the way that you just quietly do it. And I feel like it could take a while, but some of you guys, it's like, if they don't get the message, then I heard the ones that get it, and the ones that don't. Okay, what else? Mars, yeah, look. Move forward and defend the self. Didn't I say move forward? Like if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. And I feel like some of you guys, maybe you've been heartbroken, or you've been disrespected or talked to a certain type of way, because I'm seeing the Ace of Swords with the 3 of Swords. And I feel like the way that you just like moved on, like you didn't have any fucking care, even if it broke your heart, it makes other people that were in this energy in the negative way really think, like some of you guys, I don't know if you were like breadcrumbed or whatever by a job, by a partner, by a friend or whatever, but it's like the way that you handle things. I feel like in this group, it's the way that you handle things and the way that you love. I feel like you have a big heart in this group, and like it's not even, I don't know, you could be like a humanitarian or something like that. Some of you guys, you could care about like civil rights or like immigrants or whatever. And the reason why I say that is because this energy just does not feel small. It doesn't feel small at all. It feels larger than life. It really feels larger than life. I'm hearing feeling good, like I should. Sunday's Best. That's the song, Sunday's Best. He says, feeling blessed, never stressed. Got my sunshine on my Sunday best. I'm seeing the sun card. Ooh, look, Scorpio. I told you. Let's get one more before we close it out. Earth and Sagittarius. Didn't I say Sag? Optimism, exploration, and freedom. Yeah, I feel like you guys are practical about the things that you try, but at the same time, I heard you take mitigated risks. Yeah, you take mitigated risks, meaning like it feels like a risk to other people, but I feel like to you, it doesn't feel like a risk because you have a strong intuition. For the Sag or the Knight of Wands energy and the High Priestess to come out together, I just feel like that's very positive. It's very positive. Yeah, and in this group, your reputation is very, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. And you may not even view yourself this way, because I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, you could be very humble. The Nine of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like you're very persistent. You're practical, but at the same time, it's like if you need to take a risk, you will, because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity. I feel like in this group, you don't miss out on things. You never want to be in a position to say, I regret that, or I wish I did this, or I wish I did that. Maybe you used to do these things and it broke your own heart, and maybe one day you just woke up and realized like, I want it, so I'm gonna go get it. Or like, I don't know, some of you guys, maybe you had to heal from your childhood or something like that to learn how to love yourself and to be confident in your body and this and that. And I just feel like people can feel that, they can smell it on you, and I think they want to know, like, how did you get there? How do I do that? Look, Trine, angelic support. Didn't I say that? Yeah, very helpful. Perfect flow. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm hearing that song, Channel Love Song, by somebody coming through here that is interested in you romantically. I don't know if this is someone that you're talking to right now or someone from your past, but it's called it's by James Blake, and it's called Can't Believe the Way We Flow. He says, I can't believe the way we flow. So I feel like you just make people feel like they can be themselves around you. I feel like you have a reputation for being unapologetically yourself. And if people are not going to accept you, then you'll just be quiet and continue on your way or move on. And I think that this makes people wonder, why do I do this? Why do I act like this when I could just, whatever. So very beautiful energy, by the way. I feel like you inspire a lot of people to literally change their lives. Literally change their lives. It's like you make people see that what the hell they were doing was just not working. Even if it was that they were trying to give you something that you didn't even want in the beginning or at all. I heard to begin with. You didn't want that to begin with. Some of you guys, you make people feel so loved, or you're just such a passionate person. You could be a little flirty or whatever. You may make people like, I heard infatuation. Like, I feel like some people think that they fall in love with you, but if they're just infatuated with you, and I feel like some of you guys, you had to learn this. Like, you had to learn that I don't want to say it wasn't real love, because I don't feel like you're portraying yourself to be anything that you're not. But I do feel like lost individuals will see what they want to see in a person, or see what they need to see sometimes. I feel like you make people see what they need to see, but in the beginning, they want to see what they want to see with the Two of Swords. They want to see what they want to see. To me, this is like somebody that's like, no, I don't want to get up. I just want to stay in this dream that's happy and beautiful. I don't want to deal with real life. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about my past. I don't want to ask myself why I do X, Y, and Z. But it's the fact that you're like, okay, well, if you don't want to do that, then I'm going to go. That makes them, realize, damn, the person that I needed, the colleague that I really wanted, the I don't know, like the friend that was everything to me is gone. And they don't even seem to give a fuck because they know their own power. And I think it makes them, with the Tower card, call themselves out here and think, damn, I should do that too. And you may not even be around to see it. So good for you. Because those people needed it. I heard this journey you take alone, but I can't. It's like, oh my God, what's that story? Is that story? Is it? Oh my God, I read this story. It's like they were meant to take somebody somewhere, but it's like they couldn't go through the door that they were meant to go through. It's like there was one specific door at the very end that they had to go through alone. Oh, have you guys ever seen The Good Place? Oh, it's The Good Place. Have you guys ever seen The Good Place? I don't want to spoil it, but there's a part in the story, in the plot, like in the last season, where basically the main character, the blonde lady, she has to go through one last door, but like the guy that has been shaping her into like this good person the entire show or the entire season or whatever, they can't go through that door. She has to go through it alone and see what's meant to be on the other side of the door. Like she has to see that herself. They can't explain it to her anymore. And the guy was a teacher. Like the guy was actually a professor. He's meant to be teaching her things. Do you do relationship readings? I do relationship readings. If you hit the description box below, I actually have a what's it called, a playlist called Love Readings, and you can hit that one and click shuffle. But I also have another one that's not in the description box, but it's Love Readings 2024. So if you want to get something more recent, that'll be there. Timeless Readings has all of those readings there. All of my pick a cards and everything are timeless unless I say otherwise. So if you want to get some love readings, you can even click my channel and hit the most recent live readings, because I did a couple of love readings recently. And then we have more on Patreon, and I do personals as well. All of that information is below. But yeah, what I was saying was, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Happy Friday. But what I wanted to say was, like, basically in that show, the guy was an angel. I think he was an angel. Like they were all angels. They were all in heaven. Yeah. I'm not spoiling anything, by the way. This was the plot of this show, but they're all angels, or trying to get to a place where they're like fully accepted into heaven or whatever. But it's like if they had a shitty past, or if they were like a bad person, then they have to rectify that, and they're given an angel that teaches them the error of their ways. But the way that they do it is kind of carefree or whatever. And I feel like at the end of the story, basically, like she's supposed to go through this door, but he can't go through the door with her. She has to go through it herself and face her demons, basically. And I feel like that's you guys. Where it's like, if you want to face it, cool. But if not, like, I'm not going to be here to see it. And I feel like some of you guys, this Knight of Wands energy is very positive, because sometimes people have to go through a dark night of the soul and you don't want to be around them. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for commenting. But you don't want to be around those people when they're going through that, to be honest, because it's very dark. Look, the Death card in the Tower, I'm sorry, but it's very dark. This path you walk alone, by the way. I heard some of you guys, you even say, get the hell out. You make some people feel booted out. I heard I'm cooling and I'm booted. They that Kodak song is coming through. I'm sorry. I know, they're controversial artists now, but it's an older song. And I remember when I was younger, tapping into this kind of like Knight of Wands. Some of you guys, you have a reputation for being like someone that says they always come back. Like they always come back. And you're probably right. You're probably right, to be honest. Because I feel like once they come back, maybe, I mean, for some of you guys, maybe when they come back, it's no longer infatuation. Maybe they do want to give you more, but at that point, you're kind of just like, anything that you want to give me, I can get myself. Or maybe they fear this and this is why they never come back. But I don't know. Because I do feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, you may even teach some people to stop leaning on you so much and go and do their own thing. This could be your own children. This could be your family members or anything. I don't know. Oh, look, Eight of Wands. Yeah. You make people feel like they want to talk to you. Like you make people feel like they're in a rush, to be honest. You make some people feel like they need to get their shit together quickly, but they can't get it together quick enough because you're just so quick. Like you're so fast. Like I said, the Nine of Wands to me is the quickest knight in the deck. Look, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. You make some people ask themselves, what do I bring to the table? What do I have to offer? But I want something new with them. Like, I don't know. I feel like you make some people rush things. Like, I don't know, some of you guys, you could have people that want to like ask you to marry them quickly, or, you know, I don't know, just like ask you personal questions way too quickly. And I think it's because like I said, in the beginning, it starts as infatuation, and maybe you have to hold yourself back, even though you actually want to go in head first. And I feel like some of you guys, maybe this is a lesson you had to learn. Like you can't just go in all quickly or whatever, because some people don't even know what they really want, but you teach them to figure it out, and you can't be around there when they figure it out, because they're going to make hella mistakes. And like, that's just not the energy you want to be in. So yeah, if that resonated, give it a like, come back for another one on my channel. And si esa persona que tenía una pregunta todavía estás aquí, puedes ponerlos ahí en el chat y yo le voy a contestar. Pero si no está aquí, I think we're going to close it out. Basically, what I was saying was there was another person that commented if I could answer a personal question for them. I'm not sure if they're still here because we went through the entire pile 3 card. But if they are here, I'm going to give them like a little bit of time to ask it. And if they're not, then I'm going to close it out. I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds before I close it out. So while I shuffle, I'm going to shuffle for card number 3 and see like, what does card number 3 need to know? Because I do feel like card number 3, like, I don't know, I just feel like things are going to start happening for you. I don't know why, but I'm getting that. So what messages do we have for card number 3? I know this is more than what I did for the other cards, but if the other cards see this, they can watch it too. I saw the 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Can we get 3 cards for what card number 3 needs to know? Look, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. The Queen of Swords. Oh, okay, interesting. 3 of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Oh, look, the 7 of Pentacles. And the Hanged Man. Yeah. Okay, so some of you guys, these are old friends or old partners that are coming through here. What you should know is that these people that you put up boundaries with, or that you told off, or you gave them, you know, a piece of your mind, or you just, I heard cleared them. These people are slowly changing. They're slowly starting to see where you're coming from and your point. I feel like in this group, you really needed to hear it, because maybe it appears that you don't care, but it could be really hard for you with the 3 of Swords to walk away from people. But maybe in the back of your mind, you're just knowing this is what they need. This is what I have to do. And Spirit is coming through here saying that this was what you needed to do, because I feel like these people are now given an opportunity. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe these are karmics. I don't know. But maybe they are giving the opportunity now to fix things. And for some of you guys, if you don't have a lot of friends, this could mean that you could have a friend that wants to, or someone that wants to be your friend. For others of you, this could be a friend or a partner that I heard, just wait, they're coming. Just wait, they're coming. For others of you, if you're dating someone that has been sending you mixed signals, your advice here is to cut them off immediately. Okay. Yep, Temperance. You healed a lot of people. You enlightened a lot of people. And that's no easy feat. So I hope that resonated. If it did, come back for another reading on my channel, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.